You are listening to the Obstructed Red Sox podcast, presented by Beyond the Monster.
Call up timing wise, when you got the call and how you got here.
Yeah, we had our game yesterday and put a good beat down on the other team. A couple guys had a good game, a lot of offense that game, and Effie called me into the office after, told me I was going up, and it was a good time. Got to hug the boys after a good win, so it was a good time.
What was that conversation like? Like, what did he tell you? What was your reaction, stuff like that?
I was shocked. I said, "Are you serious?" Like, I was excited to get going up. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, they brought me in the office. Abe was in there. We had a bunch of coordinators in there, and they just said keep working and keep being yourself. Don't try to be anyone else, and just when you come up here, do the same thing. Just be you, and don't try to change. So.
You must know a good number of guys in this clubhouse. So what was it like to get up here and see some friendly faces?
It's super cool, just to come out and to be able to have new teammates now and. New coaching staff. It's been a lot of fun, and like you said, I got to play with a lot of them in spring training and years prior, so it's good to come back up and see some buddies.
Internally for you, obviously, you're still you're 22, right? You're pretty young, but you've been in the system for a couple of years. What has the journey been like for you? Obviously, some ups and downs, right? So, what is it like to be up here in Triple-A now after kind of what you've been through the past couple of years?
Yeah, it means a lot. Just to be able to get here to where I'm at now. It's been a long journey. Like you said, there's been some ups and downs, injuries, and stuff like that. So to be here now and being a call away from the bigs is pretty cool. So I'm just excited and just super happy to be here.
Any advice you get from anybody? Anything that anyone told you, like Epi or Aves or anything like that?
No, they just said to keep going. The game never changes. Players just keep getting better. So, they think I have what it takes. So I'm just going to keep coming out here and, bust my ass.
Was it bittersweet at all having to tell the crew back in Portland you were leaving them?
Yeah, it's always good. It's always good to be getting going, but to say bye to some teammates and some good buddies down there, it's tough. But they're all happy for me, and as I would be for them to take that from them too. So.
How would you describe your season so far? Like, how do you think that it's going?
I had a couple good weeks. It's still pretty early. I still don't think I'm 100% locked in at the dish. So, to be where I'm at now, it's a good feeling to have, to feel like I'm not locked in and still be able to produce the way I have. Just now coming into a new park, new fans, just try to find comfortability in the box and get used to the stadium and stuff like that, get used to the teammates. But yeah, it's been pretty average so far. I think I can do a lot more than what I have done.
You have kind of a good learning experience to be able to produce when you don't feel 100%.
Right.
So, like, what kind of things have you done maybe or learned to keep things going, keep that production up?
Yeah, for me it was a big one was my strikeout percentage. I just think putting the ball in play, especially when I was batting fourth in Portland, like I had Cello, Teal, and Roman on base almost every at bat. It felt like so. Just putting the ball in play, trying to make stuff happen, score some runs, RBIs, all that stuff, and whether I'm. Personally, I think I could hit 350 wherever I go. I think I could dominate. So to be able to produce while I'm hitting 250, it's a good feeling.
You had a little tweak at the plate with your stance or something this past year. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I had my hands up over my head last year. It was more of just trying to find a certain spot once I got to my load was kind of the reasoning behind it. And, I felt like I could find that spot consistently with the hands down and just trying to quiet up in the box. And I think that's also helped a lot to my strikeout percentage so far this year.
Kind of part of the big four, you mentioned the three guys that are hitting ahead of you. Obviously, you're the first one up to Triple-A now with the three other guys down there. Maybe hoping some of those guys will join you soon. Yeah,
that's the goal. They're all tearing it up down there, and need to say there's other guys down there that are also tearing it up that aren't the big three. So, I'm just excited to be here, and hopefully those guys can join me up here soon. Looking forward to it.